Hello and welcome back to SteamCon 2017, and it's non-stop Guild Ball action today.
Everyone asking when the next round is now.
Right now. It's right now. There's no time. Just stay on the Twitch stream. We're like going, so rounds are over. Guess we'll just, next round's 5 minutes. Oh my God.
I'm hungry.
I'm so hungry. So very hungry. But we're going to carry on. We have got Stephen Easton with the Blacksmith Guild versus James Long with the Fisherman. He's back on stream, not had to move. Now,
not surprising. I mean, after that last game, bit of a clinic, he's got to be pretty comfortable coming into this matchup, you'd think.
Well, they're both very good footballing teams. And the Fishermen are the antithesis. Is that the right?
Antithesis is opposite of.
No, they are.
So they're not the. They're antithesis of the Butchers.
Yes, that is. Yes, they are. They are.
But I don't know where you're going with that statement.
It's been a long day. They are the peak of footballing, ability. Bit of an unknown on the Blacksmith side, though, for James.
Oh, really?
I know he's only played about 2 or 3 games against them in total, and they've been with various guilds.
Yeah, and I know that Steve's only played about 4 games. Like, he's only started using them in a competitive way this morning. So the lineup that James has got, I'll run through it again. We've got Shark, Corsair, Salt, Tentacles, Avarice and Greed, Hag, Sakana, Grayscales, Siren, and Angel. Yep.
And Steve Easton has Furnace, Cinder, Burnish, Sledge, Iron, Bolt, Alloy, Varys, Ferrite, and Hearth. He's left at home Anvil and Cast.
I'm not terribly surprised by that.
No.
I'm a little bit surprised. But having spoken to Steve a lot about this team, I'm a little bit surprised that he's included Sledge.
Yeah, so that was the jump out at me as well. Like, if you take Sledge, you take Anvil, because they are so intrinsically linked together. Mm-hmm. And if you don't take... If you've got Sledge in there, you take Cast, who's got more abilities with the other masters. Like, Sledge doesn't really gain all that much from the other guys.
Yeah, but I think we see, Iron's got to come down. Ferrite's probably the captain.
Yep.
Because it gives you close control.
Yes.
I think from there, probably not going to see Sledge come down. No. It is a 2-inch melee, but probably not too important. No. Varys, I think, will play a really key role here.
I think we can see on the table there, it is Ferrite and Iron.
Alloy, which means we'll see Hearth.
Yeah.
And I think, can't see, but it's...
And Alloy. It's
Corsair coming down for James with Tentacles.
Corsair Tentacles. So Tentacles versus...
Bolts being placed...
Ferrite, Alloy.
Bolt being placed by Steve. The first levitating Steamforged model.
Yep, it is.
Very nice. Looking like the card artwork, which is quite impressive.
Real cool.
Sakana comes down. Again, no real surprises here.
No.
I think James has thought that maybe Steve would be going for a bit of a bash game.
Well, James is very aware that they are a footballing guild.
Right.
Who, with a big setup, can take out very quickly.
Right.
But they're a footballing guild. They're going to try and score goals rather than kill these players.
Yeah. I think Corsair's a really good pick into this because there's such high armor that it makes Shark very difficult to use. You can only rely on that one dodge. You're not getting anything else for it.
So we see Cinder go down.
Cinder. So we're going for a kill the ball route, I think. But also it's a long range 1 attack at 6 inches.
Yep.
Gets you really nice in terms of generating momentum.
Yep.
And the other thing it's really great for doing is getting around beautiful, which Steve's just actually said.
Yeah.
It's not a character play. It's an attack.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about the range.
Worry about the 5-inch range. -5. Hag
coming down.
So we've got Hag. We've got Sakana.
So Steve's got all of his apprentices down. So it means he's only got 2 masters.
He's keeping his masters hidden.
It'd be interesting to see where Steve goes with this. Just put Hearth down to just essentially make Alloy even nastier.
Yeah.
But
is that Hearth gone
does
down
he go
there,
for Furnace here? I think the AoE, preventing all the crowd outs and gang ups, really limits Corsair, especially with the armor on the pitch.
Yeah.
Steve very carefully explaining all of the rules to James to make sure nothing's caught out. Interesting that there's no iron coming down.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'd definitely see in here.
With Bolt, I think we see Faris.
Yeah, would make sense.
Because of
Get horsey,
tutelage and how that functions.
Yeah.
Not taking iron, which is an interesting choice, but I think a good one. I think there's a little bit of a little bit of a reliance in general on Bolt because on
iron just to
iron.
pump people forwards and
I think it's a little bit of a trap with Harpoon.
Avarice and Greed with their new cards. They're my cards, James. Curse you.
James saying that he's going to showcase his talents to you, stream, so make sure you let him know what you think of his talents.
Yeah.
And you saw
Avarice and Greed. I need to write 2 separate entries in for their health. Thanks, James, to make well work for me.
I mean, he's putting Faris down here. He has to.
Yeah, he must do. He's looking at it.
I don't see the thought process here. Furnace, it's Furnace or Faris.
Well, we know Steve Easton likes to do things out of the normal.
So he's worried about being pulled in and doing that, but I think he can actually probably position himself to not be too bad here.
Who is he taking?
Very careful deliberation
cannot
here.
Decide.
I mean, Bolt is amazing with Faris, but don't get me wrong, you don't need Faris.
No.
Right, he's taken Faris, and I think this will be quite interesting for what this will do essentially with Shumarang.
Yeah.
Shumarang on Bolt is a really strong play, being able to sort of knock people down from range.
Finally, there we see Siren. Sorry. Have we missed what? Have we missed somebody? Takana, Avarice and Greed, Hag. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I've not pulled out the Avarice and Greed cards.
So I think this is going to be a very interesting matchup. We've got between Alloy can obviously just delete things, right? And when Alloy can basically do all of these things, and we'll see quite how this plays out. But Alloy should be able to kill someone like Sakana relatively easily, Greed relatively easily if he's left in the wrong position.
Yeah.
And the interaction there with Half will be really interesting, I think. The other thing Quick Foot
onto Bolt.
Onto Bolt is phenomenal.
It's just outrageous.
Absolutely phenomenal. It's like a free. Essentially, it's
3+4.
Yeah, but it's a free second wind.
Yeah.
With his ability, which is just absolutely stunning to use. But I think Quick Foot on Alloy is really strong as well. I mean, gets so much work done, and taking the 2-inch melee as well.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Stream here, putting it onto the, giving it to the blacksmiths in stream.
So I think, both of these players are relatively known in the community.
Yeah.
James obviously winning Vengeance this year.
Vengeance, putting him on the map.
Yeah. And definitely, in terms of the local tournaments and things, just sort of crushing it consistently and well known.
Always either winning or podiuming or,
always at the top.
for it.
Yeah. Steve as well.
Steve very similar.
Steve, obviously the captain of one of the England WTC teams.
Yes, yeah.
Very prominent figure in the local community here.
Yep.
And then in the international community as well, through the amount of work he puts into helping players out on Vassal and doing things there.
He gets a lot, and I mean a lot of time spent on Vassal. And farmers and blacksmiths have been available because as cards have been released by us at Steamforged, they've been put onto the Vassal module. And so I reckon the reason Steve's doing so well at the moment is he's had lots of practice games with these.
Yeah.
I mean, Ferris and Bolt, two relatively unknowns for everybody.
Exactly.
But you know, a good player can slot them into his team and see the synergies.
Exactly, and that's it. I mean, I think that's what we're seeing here is we're seeing someone like Steve just come straight in, recognize these synergies, and be able to execute them. I mean, all of the abilities on Ferris's cards, like in terms of character plays, none of them are new.
No.
They've all been seen before.
Stagger,
some of the things on the back are essentially very similar to things that we already have seen on other players.
Yeah.
So give it a whack, obviously being able to hit it from further away. Very similar to Locus and remote control on the ball.
Exactly.
So he's already seen and thought about a lot of these things in different ways for other matchups. And again, you know, you don't consistently hit these top tables, and Steve's known for taking some relatively underdog wild card things and making them function. Yeah,
so that's probably what Steve's downfall and also probably greatest asset is that he loves to try and prove the community wrong. When the community's really saying, I don't think this is a good model, Steve will go, no, I'm going to use this model. I'm going to show you exactly how to use it.
Exactly. He's a meta maker.
Yeah.
Social influencer, if you will.
Influencer has to be the best word. I'm just going to write down here the plot cards. James has gained good marker. Who are you? Which is great against this team.
Mm-hmm.
Getting any net hits through that armor, always good. And Superfan. Steve has gained composure.
Steve has gained composure. Sounds like a weird Pokemon moveset.
Yeah.
Steve has learned composure. And if anyone's ever played against Steve, you will know that composure is not one of his strong points. So,
well, it's
Steve Tiltmaster Easton over here.
Well, I've missed that 3-dice kick. The game's lost. Steve, it's turn 1. So composure, knee slider, and brace for impact. 3 very good. Cards against this team.
Knee slider on Bolt. I mean, that's just not...
It's cheeky. It's just cheeky.
That threat range is not an okay amount of threat range.
I'd say from knowing the plot cards for this one, it's a bit of information we've not had previously.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say Steve's got the upper hand on the blind knowledge.
Yeah, but I think, I mean, most people throw Superfan away.
Oh, no, I never throw it away because I have compound, so...
Well, yeah. But I think in this lineup with Corsair, obviously he's going to be trying to shut this down really hard and force a scrum.
Mm-hmm.
Doing that,
it's going to be an interesting one. Like Corsair, the Ferrite was the captain, right?
Yes.
Justin, the legendary turn from Corsair is going to be a tough one for them to get the ball back.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting to see if James goes defensive or offensive.
Yeah. He spent all day yesterday playing Corsair into Masons. It's a pretty similar sort of...
Yeah, and he's just
concept.
Had a game against Masons. Like, he knows how to get around armor. He knows how to do these things. Having Sakana for the weak points and sorting this out just... But, I mean, we've got Faris on the pitch as a 2-3 model. I mean...
Yeah.
The amount of armor this brings really, really hurts Corsair because he relies on those wraps.
Yeah, the wraps will be taken off quite well here. But then Avarice and Greed are here.
Yep.
So, you knock down on every result, and the plus, for the first time ever since they were released, Fish have a damage modifier.
Yeah.
Granted, it's only on one model, but it's damage modifier.
What a model to have it on.
Oh, yeah, right. It's like, I've hit you 3 times. That's probably 4 damage.
Yeah. So, I mean, in terms of where a lot of the issues that people have seen or complained about with regards to the blacksmiths is sort of like, well, how do you deal with them? They're so good.
Yeah.
Looking at the rules, I mean, the big weak point is one, you've got no mascot.
No.
And people say, oh, you don't have a mascot, that's an advantage. Well, no, every takeout is 2 points.
Yeah.
Right, and then you've got all of your apprentices pretty squishy.
Oh, so squishy.
But with the exception of Iron,
Yes.
they're all really squishy, sitting around about that 12 to 13 hit point mark.
Which is a little bit below average, and most of them 3-1. Because they get the extra armor, they go up to 3-2. That brings them back into line, but then they have to be within 1 inch of one of the masters.
Exactly. So you're stuck on position, which just means someone like Corsair, I mean, if he can get that pull Cinder in at a 3-1 model with Harpoon, she is gone. Like there's no questions, and you're giving up 2 points every time.
Well, you know, Bolt, Cinder,
Alloy,
all of those three, all really reliable takeouts.
Exactly.
For this team.
And I think the thing that James will probably have to come to sort of deal with in this game is that this team, especially in the apprentices, is just as mobile as his fish. I mean, each of those apprentices has a momentous dodge on one.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I've got 2-inch melee. It's like Hearth is like, now I've got 2-inch melee, and now I'm out, and I'm doing exactly the things you want to do.
Just like we see that momentous dodge on one, we also see momentous dodges on two for Cinder and non-momentous double dodge for Cinder and Alloy.
Yep.
And Bolt has the push dodge on two, which isn't the same, but effectively can be the same to distance yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw Siren there kick the ball out to the far left side of James's field on the top there.
Cinder's just going to go out, kill the ball.
Yep. And put up decoy.
So Cinder putting decoy up.
So Def 5-1, Charm Mail 6-1.
6-1 against Harpoon.
Yeah.
I mean, we've said if she gets pulled in, she's in trouble.
Yep.
So you've heard that and been like, yeah, decoy.
Decoy, that sounds like a good idea.
You know what's amazing? Harpoon.
Yeah. Guild Tonight dice there. Going 5 to the 6. Ended up back pretty much on Cinder.
So Guild Ball Tonight that wanted the pony?
Yeah. Well, they got a horse.
There we go.
Yeah.
Ball comes out landing on Bolt. I mean, that couldn't have been more perfect.
I know, right? Here we see James again in his first turn. Knows exactly what he's doing. Super quick. Not even used a minute.
I think that's maybe going to be where we see a bit of a difference here. Steve needs to win and win quickly because he's not in a position where, like, because these are relatively new models, maybe his clock management will be difficult.
Yeah. Interesting there. Faris there pulling deep behind Hearth, making sure she can't be pulled out.
And that's exactly right. Faris obviously is a 2-3 model.
Yeah. So I think this is the first time James Long might have seen Bolt and Faris.
Right.
Because Bolt just says, all right, he gets to make a free jog at the start of activation. James Long, oh, well, of course he does.
So kicks the ball. This is great. I mean, Bolt obviously having I'm open, kicking the ball to someone.
So you got a 4-inch dodge.
I'm open for free to have Ferrite kick the ball back.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, starts within 6, so gets I'm open for free to use the tutelage there. This is just really, really good. Yep. So we're going to see some really good ball movement here coming through.
Yeah. Just a clarification there on Cinder that she's up to 5-1 with decoy, but there is no charm mail on her.
Oh, right.
So it's still 5s.
Still 5s.
Now calling the ball back with I'm open.
And now passing it back to Ferrite. Oh,
misses
it. Misses that pass. I mean, that's unlikely, but rolling a lot of dice.
Hold on, I thought it was the ball coming back. Oh, he's passing the ball to Ferrite. Is he? No. He was using I'm open, target model, immediately make a pass without spending influence. Okay, so he passed it to Ferrite, and it just went onto the other side.
Yeah, he's leaving the ball free there. It's not actually attached
to,
I think that's Alloy down there. Yep. Interesting place to start Alloy. Out of range of Hearth for the free things. I think that just means he's not going to... I mean, he gets to choose if he starts nice and close from melee zone, +1/+0 kick, or anatomic precision.
Yep.
interesting, but I don't think going to be game-breaking on turn 1.
How many 2-inch melees do we have in this? We have 2 and a pseudo 3. And Hearth can give it out to make it 4 in a turn. Okay.
Steve just declaring there that Alloy has a 11-inch run and an 8-inch kick because he's had quick foot put on him from Faris.
Yeah.
Hearth moving across to give access to the additional, probably melee zone. Actually, no, I think it looks like she's put it on him. So I don't know what he put down, whether it was instruction or use this from Hearth.
Yeah,
but you would think that he takes the melee zone,
yeah,
and it's probably +2 net hits to make sure he gets the wrap.
Yes.
To get the extra dodge to go in and slot this goal home.
To get those high dodges, yeah. So James here, his knowledge gap is really showing for this one.
Yeah.
Because he can't just instinctively put down the 8-inch widget and go, right, that's out. I'm safe. He's got to constantly be going, what's his threat range? What's their threat range? What can they do? What do they have any additional movement shenanigans?
Yep. And that's really obvious from like just the speed of this first turn compared to the last game for James.
Yep.
This is not. I mean, one, we also know that James is, as you were saying, spent most of yesterday trying to get familiar with Corsair and how to run him.
Yep.
So it's a relatively new team for him to be running, and now he's seeing something he's never seen before.
Yeah.
That makes this a very steep learning curve.
Yes.
Against a very good opponent.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't fancy my chances going into this. I'm not completely well versed on the Blacksmith Box 2, which is why I'm so glad that you're here. Because you seem to know a little bit more than I do, at least. If it was myself commentating, I'd be crutching heavily on Alex if it was the original team stream.
Right. But it's an interesting set, and I like that we're actually getting to see a lot of the elements of the second box here.
Yes.
I think that's good. One, we saw them yesterday. Yep. So we see Ferrite kicking the ball to Alloy.
Steve on 3 momentum now.
Yep. So it looks like Corsair's gone, but hasn't actually done anything yet. So he's obviously not been able to get within range.
I think he's been Fisher's reeled.
It looks more than
Fisher's
two.
reeled and legendary.
Oh, is that what happened?
Guys in chat, did we miss Hag legendary?
Because it looks like is that 5 on
no,
Avarice?
Because we've seen pick me up and Avarice move forward.
Then it is 6 on him.
Yeah. So attempting to lure.
On Bolt.
On Bolt. That will take Bolt over the
4-inch jog. It's a very deceiving stat line, that 4-6, as to how quick he really is.
Exactly, right. Oh, misses the lure there.
Unlucky to miss that lure on Bolt.
Yeah.
Would have been a really nice way to pull him up and then have Corsair pull him in and just shut that down.
Yeah.
Before it becomes too much of an issue.
Yep.
Shumarang, I think, will be pretty key in this.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing Bolt being able to use a free character play. Bolt, all right, so I think he's taken the plus melee zone previously, and now he's taken the plus kick. So he's now a 4-8 kick for Alloy.
Very nice.
So he's charging Corsair. Players saying they've already established that he is in range. 11-inch threat here. 11-inch sprint, sorry, with a 2-inch melee.
Yeah, no momentum for James, so coming in at impunity. And we can hear that James going, all right, he's got a 1-inch melee. No, it's 2 because Hearth gave it to him earlier.
Yep. Okay, Steve has said he actually does have instruction and not use this, so he's taking not the plus kick, but the plus 2 to go to 2-inch melee to make this possible. Otherwise, he was on 1-inch melee and needs to do that.
Yeah, so it's a 3-8 kick. Still decent.
Which I don't think matters.
No, not entirely. So, looking for 3s and 1.
Alloy, the ninja, coming in, 3s and 1. Use this. 6 hits.
Oof. those deceptive, juicy, high numbers at the end of the playbook there.
Yeah, but I think he's going for the double dodge here, and the momentum
Momentous double dodge.
Start to wrap around and really cause some issues here for Corsair and the rest of the team.
Tackle ignored, but...
Well, I mean, it
No,
doesn't ignore I can't even declare the use of it.
Yeah, because there's no ball.
Yep. Otherwise, that would be a great way to get rid of close control.
Yeah, I'll just tackle this guy with someone. Hey, but I don't have the ball.
Yeah.
I can't have close control on anything. So we've got Tentacles and Corsair there, throwing out their melee zones. Takes a momentous... Steve there deciding, actually, he's going to take a momentous 3 damage.
Yep. It
goes down to 2.
And then he's going to use acrobatics to dodge in.
Okay.
So just trying to let Pepper some early damage. So it's going to be a 1 die shot on goal, and he's bonus timing it. So it's a 2 die shot on goal coming in from Alloy here.
Yep.
We know that Steve has wing back. He is getting out of here 11 inches. Scores a goal.
Knee slider. Who are you? A knee slider.
Sorry. And he's now got...
Yep, and back to the shadows.
So he's got 15 inches, and that's why Steve's taking the damage there.
Took the damage, get the momentum. Acrobatics gets him
into the thing.
And James just going, what has just happened?
A 15-inch dodge, which gets him out of harpoon range.
Yep.
And back within range of half for tutelage, for all of the extra goodness of the blacksmiths. I mean, that's an insane amount of movement you've just seen.
Such high movement, such very high movement.
James declaring that Salt running a lap around the pitch last game was impressive. We've just seen Alloy run the length of the pitch and back in a single activation.
Ridiculous.
15 inches of dodge 17 inches of dodge in a turn.
So much. So fast.
Now, Steve moving him back and then realizing he's still got like another 12 inches and just keeps moving him back.
Keep bringing him back. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you cannot drag somebody over an obstacle, can you?
I believe that's true. Yeah, because anything that's a push causes things to stop, which is why he wanted lure.
Yeah. The whole blacksmith team.
Yeah.
Bunkering up behind that little bit of brick wall.
Yeah. So if you look at Steve's positioning here, and this is the sort of like clinic that you'll see from like Steve and the way he plays. He's put Bolt in a position where Corsair can't pull Bolt straight forwards.
Yep.
And then what he's actually done to make that difficult is he's put Bolt in front of half. So Corsair can't then pull this enabler out of the lines. Steve's very, very good at doing these sorts of plays where he puts high defense models in front of the juicy targets, especially early for Corsair, to make it so that you cannot get to them.
Yeah.
You're constantly stuck.
I thought we were going to see Shark into this.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that it would have been Shark as well. I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
Apparently, Twitch chat saying Siren can also not lure over the obstacle. I don't understand why she wouldn't be able to, as it is a jog, and you can jog over obstacles.
I believe that's true, as long as he doesn't actually end on top.
Yeah.
So don't see how that is an issue, because it is in an advance.
Because it's a friendly model making an advance. It's not a dodge. It's not a jog. I mean, it's not a push or anything.
I mean, the issue that would potentially come up there was, and this is one that I always like to do, is as he leaves the melee zone, declare the counterattack with half.
Knock down on one.
Knock down on one, which would be really interesting in this position because at the leave of the movement of the melee zone, he'd be on top of the wall, and then would actually go back to where he began.
Yeah.
That would be quite interesting.
I believe it's a ruling made by the Lawyers Guild.
Oh, there you go.
When a player is in control of another player's model, that model may not move over obstructions.
There you go. Ruling.
Well, thank you very much. I guess.
Fair enough. Stand corrected. I mean, it's not something I think I've ever done, but good to know.
So you can't dodge over an Okay. Seems like a strange one to me, personally.
Yeah, I understand the push angle, but I would have thought, Oh, there you go. Page 48 of the rulebook.
Oh.
I mean, we've got links. We've got rulebook citing. Yeah. Thank you.
I think we're wrong.
Team chat. We've seen very quick allocation of influence here. And quick foot going onto Alloy and onto Bolt.
Oh.
we're going to see something really, really, really insane happen here.
Yeah. This is James's inexperience against this team really coming through.
Yep. Tentacles with close control. Alloy with a tackle on 2. Probably going to end up with instruction for +2 net hits.
Yeah.
Coming in, taking that wrap.
Tackle double dodge.
Tackle double dodge. If Hearth has got enough, she'll give him both use this and instruction.
Yeah.
And then Alloy just doesn't even need the extra kick. He takes anatomic precision to ignore.
Just to ignore that. Try and get even higher up the playbook.
And just get there.
Yeah, we got put into our place there by the Twitch stream. I think the Twitch stream with their rulebooks at home were able to tell us quite succinctly there.
Yeah. Oh, look. I think it's, you can admit when you're wrong, right? Like,
yeah.
It's fine.
Oh, yeah, we got that wrong.
We're just as perfect as the players on the stream.
Yeah. Steve Easton seemed to be keen to let that through as well. Like, he didn't seem to be like, you can't do that, by the way. And Steve Easton is the kind of guy who would tell you.
Exactly. I mean, his rules knowledge is just impeccable. And if he doesn't know something or he's not 100% sure, he will pause the clock and call a judge.
Yeah.
So we'll have to let Steve know.
Yeah. Steve there actually just clarifying that Lure cannot do it as well. So Steve knew.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
no,
well,
Steve does know.
Take that back, what I just said.
Yep.
He was going to let him do it, cast it and be like, yeah, you can't do that.
Awkward.
So players just come into this now. And I think that's just happened now. So James walked forward with Siren, tried the lure. Steve Easton said, right, I stopped when I hit the wall.
Yep.
That is unfortunate for James there.
A little bit, yeah.
And I feel kind of bad now saying that Steve Easton would say and do that for you.
Yeah.
Oh, take that back.
What a jerk.
What a jerk. He had that sitting in his pocket.
He did.
He must have loved it when that didn't hit first time.
I don't have to declare anything.
I can just hold that one back for another go. Wow, Steve.
I don't think. Yeah.
If you want to win like that, is it really winning?
I mean, it is technically.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
I think it's just about the definition. He gets to 12 first. That's the definition.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Just like hiding unpredictable movement.
Yeah.
I do like, this is a terrible reflection of me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say it anyway. When teaching people how to play the game, as you're slowly introducing rules, like you teach someone to play the game, bringing unpredictable out on the first game, bit rough.
Yeah.
Bit rough. And then once they've learned a little bit, then you bring it out.
Yeah.
As they've been playing into it, and then you're just like, oh, and now I'm gone. A little bit jerky, but you learn.
I remember playing way back, probably about 2, maybe 3 years ago with Jay Finnegan, and he would always forget about unpredictable movement on grayscales because we just played Fisherman and the Butchers. And he would always forget, and he'd actually be like, legendary, into grayscale, so I'm going to kill this guy, I'm like, unpredictable.
Awkward.
He's like, oh, well, I guess butchery.
Yeah. So the ball's still sitting on tentacles. Hearth has essentially done everything I said she would do, putting all of the things just onto Alloy.
All the toys here, take this, and this, and this, and this.
The issue that Alloy's got at that position is that he's too far away.
Is he? Yes.
I have to start within 6 of the friendly named model, which is Hearth. Clearly more than that away.
No. Alloy and Hearth.
Hearth is now up here.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was looking at Faris. I was looking at the big base.
So I think, we're not. We might see a big run here. I mean, it's on Corsair. We know that Alloy went approximately 15 inches back. Has an 11, 13-inch threat.
James, we can hear in his player mic, he is lamenting his lack of knowledge on this.
Yeah. seeing Cinder go up and threaten Siren here. Sit within 6. Just declare a regular attack with that crossbow.
Just get a little bit of momentum.
Better than Ballista.
Is it?
So Cinder also benefiting from instruction there, getting an extra 2 net hits.
Yeah.
Take a momentous dodge and dodge back an inch out of the threat.
Plot card was used then.
I think it was just discarding something.
Oh, I think James might have used good marker to get that lure out.
Oh, right.
And probably Superfan to put the ball
So,
straight onto
15
tentacles.
Okay, so we've got a 15-inch threat range declared from Alloy because he can acrobatic and then charge 11 with a 2-inch melee.
Yep.
I mean, and we know that 15 actually gets him beyond where Corsair's base is because that's how far he dodged to get there.
Yep. James, he must feel just dead in the water at the moment. You know, the plays he's made haven't come off.
Yep.
Nothing's going right for him.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
He's getting a...
It's a bit of a clinic here from Steve, from someone that's not got a lot of experience in this team.
Yeah. I think he's played a lot of games on Vassal that he's not told us about.
Yeah, I think
he's...
There's some stealth games going on here. I mean, Steve and I talk a lot regularly about the game anyway.
Yeah.
And we've been discussing blacksmiths for a very, very long time.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
Yep.
Imagine if he played these yesterday.
Pardon?
Imagine if he played these yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, we discussed him playing these yesterday, but he was I'm a bit inexperienced with them. I was like, then just put down your fish. You know what you're doing. Just win the tournament. Come to America. It'll be great.
Yeah.
So he puts down Masons and loses.
Yeah. Well. That's what happens.
Fool of a took.
Fool of a took, indeed. Corsair's attempting to drag. That's it.
Pulling Cinder in. This is exactly what we were talking about. Cinder is clearly the target to just start working on.
Start this
Take this
happening.
squishy. Avarice and Greed going to go in there.
Oh, very nice. The ball went back to Hag.
Yep.
Fear super far away. 4s and 1 and does nothing.
Oh, that's rough.
Oh, that's rough seas.
Hey.
It's not rough seas, that's nothing.
This is a little bit unfortunate
that
Steve...
one hit. 1 damage on Cinder.
Steve actually applying Charmed Mail here.
Yeah.
So, a little bit unfortunate, but again, I think that's a bit of an inexperience from everyone,
on that table
on this. Do you think we see Alloy come in, just doing this, going in, generating a lot of momentum on the back of Tentacles? I mean, with tutelage and all of these things going on, I think there's a lot of dodges that come off that, and the tackle double dodges and these sorts of things. Don't think he can get to Hag.
No, and even if he did, he wouldn't have the influence left to get through Fear and take a shot on goal.
I mean, he's a 1-4 model. I'm assuming he's got 4 on him because...
What's Hag's playbook like?
What's Hag's playbook like? I mean, when does she ever make attacks?
On counters.
Seems bad.
Yeah, attack 4. Attack 4. Dodge on 2.
Awkward.
Yeah, for a fisherman. Oof. She's not the most sprightly of fishermen.
I mean, and fair enough.
Yeah. She is shadow-like, though.
Super fast. So does Obulus, so whatever.
Yeah.
Apparently, old people just walk really slowly, but get the ability to dodge as you age.
Sneak up on you.
Where'd they go on grayscales?
Do you reckon it's a really depressing, idea?
Yeah.
As you get older, where'd he go? It's just like a really depressing, dark idea. Where did he go?
Yeah,
what happened to the young, sparkly-eyed man that once was Grayscales?
And then you bring out the Dark Harvest gravestone marker. Yeah. Where did he go?
There he is.
Dead.
Dead now. Salt was chewing on his face. Oh, fingers. James remembering "Who Are You" on Alloy because he needs it.
Yeah, he really needs that. I need to point this one out. It's pretty much that's Owen in the chat.
Yep.
Not realizing that Mr. Easton was getting quite so thin on top.
Oh, I'm not getting involved in this.
I mean, Owen and Steve are really good mates.
Yeah, they can say that to each other.
Exactly, but I just want to make sure it's recorded so when Steve listens to this later, he is aware that I'm willing to pass on messages from Owen via chat. Within limit. Pointing out the fact that it's Steve's age. His 40th birthday coming up in January, and we're having a tournament for it.
Yeah, I'm attending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Me too. I'm on the birthday boys team.
I'm on.
You're on team just destroy fun. You, Jay Clare, James Long. That's a pretty brutal team.
We're called the Bromans.
For a fun for what's meant to be a have a laugh tournament. You just like rock up. You're like, you know what's good? Winning.
Oh dear. Oh, Shumarang.
Yep, so Steve educating James on the wonders of Shumarang.
Oh, yeah, 2 damage and the knockdown on the same target if he wants it.
If you want to.
Which is 1 damage for Avarice.
So Bolt's advanced up. Hasn't actually used his advance yet, so he's going to get out of there.
So cheeky.
Bolt with an 8-inch walk to go and engage Tentacles. Bolt's just such a weapon. I mean...
Yeah.
I know you guys say you playtest, but what the hell?
Hey, I don't say I playtest. I don't have anything to do with this.
It's absolutely amazing to see these guys working like this, but we are seeing them being used by an incredibly good player.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? One hit on Tentacles. A 1-inch momentous dodge.
But I mean, for all the crazy things that Steve's doing here, he's putting a lot of threat on the board, but he is only on 4 points.
I was just about to say that. Like, he's done very well, and his team is now deep in his half. Obviously, we've still got Alloy to activate, so we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Hag's yet to activate. Shadow-like sprint off into that clear space over near the fast ground.
Yep.
In that area of the board, there's no threat there besides Cinder.
Exactly. Who's pretty much going to die pretty soon when Avarice and Greed get over there and do their thing. It's a bit strange. I mean, seeing all the masters at the back there. Ferrite, obviously a massive goal threat herself.
Yes.
And it hasn't even come into the game yet.
No.
Steve using all these buffs from the masters to really make the apprentices do their job and do it very well.
Yeah. Talisman 2-inch dodge onto other friendly model, being Avarice, to bring him round so we can definitely sprint and get into Cinder. I was looking at that going, that's a long 7 inches to go around Siren and the obstacle.
Yep.
But there we are. Looking at a Pasta Sakana. Seems bold.
Not with Alloy like that. I mean,
no.
I would not be wanting to do that.
Sprint off into safety over in that area.
Yeah. I think now that Corsair's got a nice tasty target to chew on, we might see the Masters actually push up that other flank.
Have to do it a little bit.
Keeping outside, just to start to threaten.
Yeah.
We need to see... Ooh.
Where was the kick there going to?
Siren.
Now the thing that James is going to not know about unpredictable movement.
Unpredictable movement on Cinder is going to be a rude shot.
Rude awakening.
Hopefully Steve points it out before the...
No.
But he probably won't.
Based on that lore and how close he is to the top tables now, to winning. If he wins this and Henry K loses, he wins the event.
That's true. That's true. And Henry K is playing against who?
He is playing against Fraser.
Oh, right. So, I mean, we know Fraser is sound and only just lost that last game.
Yeah.
And Henry's using Thresher this time.
Yes.
So, something he's a little bit unfamiliar with. Mm-hmm. So, that could be in to Fraser's advantage.
Yeah. So, both these players need to consider this as the final round game, because it could be.
But, I mean, I think I think both of these players generally play every game like it's a final round game.
Yes,
especially when they're playing against each other. They know that you need to treat this with the utmost respect and just deliver.
Yes.
At another level the whole time. There's nothing easy coming out of this.
No.
Steve demonstrating his dice rolling prowess.
Yep. If in doubt. So, wow, 5 hits plus 2.
7. That's a wrap for Alloy.
Oh.
So it's potentially 3 inches worth of momentous dodging. Steve asking, how many wounds has it got?
Momentous 3 onto
Tentacles.
Tentacles down to 5.
So it goes from 9 down to... Oh, goes 6. From 9 down to 6. No, he's actually changed his mind. He's taking a momentous dirty knives.
Oh, nice.
So poison, 1 damage, minus 1 defense. And a momentous
dodge
with the second
down
part.
To 8 health.
I'm taking a momentous dodge, poisoning tentacles.
Poor tentacles.
So we'll drop to 6 in the maintenance phase. And trying to put himself in a position to threaten.
Yeah.
Shuffling forwards with the dodge. Buying another attack. Attack 6 with this one. 3 and 1, so 4 hits. I think he's going to take the momentous 3 damage here.
Yeah.
Seems to be wanting to kill this.
Really wanting to kill this.
I mean, it gets rid of a close control model.
Yeah.
Which is really strong. And if Tentacles comes back on, tends to be out of the game for a while.
But not where this ball of fishermen are.
No. Mate, taking the momentous 3 damage.
Down to 5 health.
5 health remaining. Poison to come.
One last attack.
1 last attack. 3s and 1 here. 2 hits. Probably going to take a momentous dodge.
Yeah. And then he's done damage, so we're back to the shadows. Steve here trying to figure out what he wants to do.
Yeah. Steve is down a long way on clock, though. He's investing a lot of time here. He's got to be very careful now. Yeah,
because I mean, if James just starts to play like defensively, keep the ball safe, which we know James can do, regardless of what players. I mean, there might be a few tricks that pull him up a little bit, but he can keep that ball safe. Corsair will get some kills like this.
Exactly.
If he doesn't get it, I'll be very disappointed.
Steve down around about 12, 13 minutes on clock.
So that is a...
And we're only on turn 2.
Yeah.
Right? But he's had... And this is another sort of, I guess, weakness of the Blacksmiths, is that you do have to do all this setup, and it takes a lot of time.
Yeah. And like at this point in the game as well, you have to choose the right things to set up. And you've got all these cool tricks, but what are they going to get you? It's almost like that first, when the Hunters very first came out. When the Hunters first came out, and everyone was like, oh, you know, if I stack Egret on 4, I can shoot 4 people, make 4 dodges.
Yep.
I can Blessing of Sunfather flurry, then I'll dodge a bit more, jog, back to the shadows. I've put poison out on everybody, but I've not done anything.
Yep.
Like, I've not scored a VP.
Yep, exactly.
And in every activation, you think, how is this pushing my VP generation?
All right, so Steve taking a non-momentous double dodge, and then using back to the shadow. So he's got 6 inches worth of dodge. What he's actually measuring there is his activation for next turn to get into Siren and got the takeout.
Yeah.
Trying to stay outside of the 8-inch threat of Avarice and Greed.
Yep, makes sense to do. Once clear conditions on Avarice.
We're about to see something horrible.
We're about to see unpredictable movement.
We're about to see that thing that you never want to see happen to someone.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, you want to see it happen to some people.
Yeah, you do.
But James isn't one of them. And well, I do remember he did this to me when I hadn't really seen a lot of Naja.
Yeah.
Didn't check the card, moved pin vice in, you go unpredictable, and I just wanted to punch him in the face. Oh, and
there it is.
the
There's
gotcha.
the expletive.
There's the
The expletive,
We're very,
well
very happy that that's not coming through on streams.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
James deciding to drop Greed.
Oh, you never.
Base to base.
Greed's not got any, so he can't.
Green's got nothing. If he drops Greed, then that just means that Cinder kills him.
Yeah.
And
as we found out in our game, when Greed dies, Avarice cries and cries
that's brutal.
and cries.
That is brutal. James
learning. He's learning.
Suffering a little bit here. James just marked off the 2 damage on Tentacles there from Poison.
Yep. So
dropping him
down
to 3. I imagine now the ball's there on Siren. I think we're going to see Alloy go in, basically dodge off of Tentacles here, charge in, tackle the ball, take the shot on goal.
Yeah. Steve, gotcha, Easton. That's what the Twitch chat's saying there.
Yep. I mean, you could just replace gotcha with jerk, and that would also be true.
Yeah. Oh, shiny item.
That's it. Back in the corner.
Ah, shiny back left corner.
Look at that.
That's an item you should
Fool's
go pick
gold.
that up. Yeah.
Fool's gold for the blacksmiths.
Yeah. Blacksmiths here going first, and well, I really hope for James that he can get something back into this game. He seems to have had all his best laid plans ripped away from him by Steve. Well, Steve, so far down on clock.
Yeah.
14 minutes.
I mean, I think he does go in and just get the goal here. He's loaded up on Alloy again. James could go defensive.
Against Siren, though, I don't think you go defensive. I think you go counter-attack. Because he's got that Who Are You Vengeance token on him.
Ah, very true. Very true.
Alloy,
that makes life
difficult. As far
difficult.
as I'm aware, doesn't have close control.
No, that would be too good.
4s and 1 with all those extra melee zones in there. Siren
Actually, no, you know what the right play here is?
What?
We're going to see Bolt go.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Cinder's going to go.
I think Cinder's going to do some stuff before she gets
Cinder attack 4 because Siren is in cover.
Yep.
If he pulls this off with the force, he takes the tackle.
He gets the tackle.
Tackles the ball from range.
Oh.
Because that's what crossbows do.
It's obviously got a string attached to the arrow.
I was thinking the other really great thing to see here would be Shumarang hitting Corsair and playing the knockdown to Siren.
Yeah,
scattering the ball, causing some serious issues. But having the ball on Cinder, really nice. Cinder also a 3-8 kick. So
eyeing up a shot on goal. Jog round the back of Avarice.
Tackle on 3.
Tackle on 3. You don't want to get in there to...
but I mean, got an armor, so she can't get to it unless there's crowd outs, which there shouldn't be.
I think that there would be with Avarice, surely. She's only jog 6. She can get
James
there.
declaring that, old mates, blacksmiths are a bit good. And then Steve going, they're a bit hard to use. And when you look at that coming up to 15-minute deficit on clock, you can
see that.
You can hardly do anything but agree.
No. Oh, this track. It's got 2 influence.
I think we're about to see a
sprint, but there's no momentum. Unless I've missed something.
No, so 1 for the tackle.
Yeah, so one for the attack, 1 for the sprint, 1 for the attack, 1 for the shots. That's what we're expecting to see here.
So essentially he needs to make 1 more attack and be in combat with Siren to take the dodge.
Yep.
Which has to be momentous.
James here wanting to check the 1 inch.
Everything is
all the way around.
Out.
Players there saying, just pause it. We'll get a judge to come in and clarify that.
Yeah, the players actually, this is really good play, right? they realize that this is really, really fiddly.
Yeah.
And that this is, I mean, and the contention is coming from the non-active player.
Yeah.
You don't need to flip it over to your opponent. If this is not their action,
No.
they're wanting to make sure this is just done properly.
Just properly,
You've
like,
placed it out, and now they're just making
You've declared
sure.
it. You've declared what you want to do.
Now got, looks like Ed there coming in to just make sure.
Yes.
So James asking for just another widget to check the melee zone to go around the outside. I'm not sure this makes a huge difference because Cinder probably gets around anyway. Buys the attack, takes the dodge. I mean, she really just needs the one dodge here.
Oh yeah, you just all you're looking for is the.
Yep.
It's that one.
A little bit dirty on that unpredictable movement. I'm not going to lie.
We just have to wait for the judges to make a decision before we can progress with this game a little bit here.
Yep. I mean, Steve's got an interesting definition of miles out. He's out, but I think when you're marginally over an inch, miles out is...
All right. So, judges done. They need to put the clock back on.
Clock back on. Declaring the attack on...
The clock ain't ticking.
He's only got 4 dice here. Needs... No counterattack coming. Gets the one result he needs, taking the momentous dodge. Cinder, of course, being female, so only needing 4s on that attack.
Yeah.
Takes the momentous dodge on 1 to essentially just go through. He's just out.
After all that.
After all that faff, he's out. He's going to kick the ball to space anyway to set it up for Alloy.
Really do with James moving a little bit just to check on the clock. I'm unsure if they've hit go on the clock again. I know they flicked it over.
No, I think it was started up again. They both mentioned it. Successful kick going into space. 3 and 1. 6.
Yeah, it is ticking. Yeah, 6
that's
and 1. It's a Guild Ball tonight.
Right. I just saw 3 things on a diagonal. Looks So 1 inch to the 6. It's not going to be able to be intercepted by anyone. Actually, a really great kick.
Yeah.
It's going to re-roll it. Why would you do that? 2 and 1. Even better. Even better.
Yeah.
I mean, getting that 1 inch distance just really keeps that accurate.
Yeah. Is Garner going to activate? Jog for 1. Or sprint. Jog for nothing because he starts in cover, so he's got all the speed he wants.
Yep. I think using Sakana now is an interesting choice.
I think he just gets it away from Alloy and then he can pass it over to somebody else.
I mean, given the positioning, getting the ball with Hag maybe, but no, there's no influence on Hag, is there?
No.
What's that one up the top? I thought that was Hag's, or is that Siren's?
That's Avarice's.
I mean, this up in the very top left hand of the screen there.
Unsure. Potentially Sirens. Whenever this comes up on a stream game, it's always the same in chat afterwards about unpredictable movements.
Yeah.
But do you remind your opponent? Don't you remind your opponent? I think the best thing to do is remind them at the start of the game, as a sort of a courtesy.
I mean, yeah, no, I agree. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're unsure of anything, you need to be the one to ask. It's not up to your opponent to reveal all of this information.
Exactly. Yeah.
It is a bit of a gotcha movement, but as long as Steve wasn't us, and it's not up to him to reveal.
No. It's what I say. I say at the start of the game, I was like, what defensive tech do your guys have?
Yep.
If I don't know it or myself, or just to clarify. Double checking the
Yep.
health of tentacles there.
Is that Tentacles that's moving out? No, Alloy has acrobated.
Where did the ball end up there? Did he unsnap it, or did he pass it to
so
Siren?
that. What's that? Sorry.
Did he pass the ball to Siren in the end there, or is it?
It looks like it's on Hag, right?
Oh, on Hag, and she dodged in. Yeah.
Yep. Seeing Alloy come in for a bit of a long-range shot here.
Yeah. Hag's playbook there. See, everyone wants to know it.
Yep.
It's the thing that people want to see today.
James asking if he's got a tackle dodge. Steve announcing he has a tackle double dodge.
Yeah.
Which is
James like,
the best type of tackle dodge.
Yeah. Oh, a tackle push dodge.
Yep. Steve looks like he's measuring a 2-inch melee there for Alloy.
Does, doesn't he?
Which is a bit unfortunate because Alloy doesn't have a 2-inch melee.
Yeah. So no charge. James being very forceful there.
I mean, given the number of gotchas he's had, I'm not surprised that pointing out to Steve that you cannot charge while engaged, James would take great pleasure in.
Yeah. Yes.
So he's not going to use, after all of this, not going to use Alloy.
Time ticking away, 31 minutes to 14.
Bolt's going to go.
It's still 4-0.
Bolt is just going to hit Tentacles with the bonus there, so tack 6 into a 4-1 model.
Yeah.
No, he's tack 5, but +1 for Alloy. We'll let him away. 3 hits. 2 after armor.
Yep.
Probably just going to take the damage here.
Threw my pen away, everyone. Dreadful news.
He's taking the damage, dropping Tentacles to 2. It's going to Shimmerang him.
Oh, Shimmerang for the kill.
Bonus timing it.
Oh,
misses.
he misses.
Oh, brutal.
Oh.
That would have killed him.
That'd have been the first ever Shimmerang kill on stream.
How'd you kill the octopus?
With a shoe.
With a horseshoe.
Oh, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, people in chat saying the clock differential is just ridiculous right now.
Yeah, it's...
And what is more bonkers is this is the Fisherman's Guild. They'll get a goal at some point, and that will be 4-4. James will have plus 15 minutes on his clock.
I think James has got to be very careful. I mean, all those masters are sitting at the back. This is the danger for the blacksmiths. The apprentices that need the masters are nowhere near them.
Nowhere near. They have sat
so the effectiveness of all 3 of those apprentices,
plummeting.
especially Alloy and Bolt, just marginal now.
Oh, yeah. Like, that first turn, we saw them all do such incredible feats. Their masters are hiding at the goalpost, away from Corsair.
Yeah, I'm just super aware that between Corsair and Avarice, they just eat them.
Yeah. They just go through them. So this is Hag Shadow Liking. Shadow Liking a walk.
Yep.
So, he can't. James said he's going to keep the ball, but he can't unsnap the ball because he's engaged. Dojo Jake asking, why is Eastern taking so long for these decisions? They are a brand new guild to everybody, both the players playing them and the players playing against them.
Yeah,
these
very
setups
forcefully going through some very quick activations here.
Yeah, these setups takes a long, long time.
Yep.
I know the guys at the beginning. The thing is, like, it's really interesting in Guild Ball. Like the first turn, you can prepare really well for that. You can, you know, because there's so. Not minimal interaction, but like there's not things happening in between with the opposing guild models. You can plan your first turn really, really strongly.
Yep. Just seen unpredictable there from Cinder.
Against Siren, was that?
3-1.
Takes a momentous dodge. James has never been so
Huge.
happy to have a momentous
I
dodge
don't
in his
think I've
life
ever
right
seen.
now. Oh.
Sorry, I thought that was Hag making attacks, and I got very confused.
No, Siren. And we saw the Masters just really quickly. All the Masters.
Yep.
Oh. Ferrite's coming out.
Yep. Again, look at the positioning of that around the wall to stop the harpoon.
Guys in chat saying that the Masters are there waiting for the apprentices to die and come back on the pitch.
I don't think you can really afford to do that given the time on the clock. You've got to come forward and commit now. You don't have to come all the way up, but I mean, I think sitting that far back, probably a bit of a mistake.
You sit that far back, if you're doing this, you sort of let the fishermen kill these players. That's 6 points. And then score a goal 10. And with this clock time, you can't allow that.
Exactly. And James has got to be thinking that right now. Steve's made up a little bit of time here, but not a lot.
No.
But I think we've got a pretty big Corsair. Momentous Jetty Knives
Alloy
going
here.
down.
Taking the defense down. One health left on Tentacles.
No, he healed him for 4.
Oh, he healed him for 4, so he's back to 5.
And just did another 1 damage.
No one damage down to 4.
Yep. There we go. That's 4.
Oh.
So Momentous 3. And I think we've got one more attack coming in now from Alloy. I think this should kill. Yep.
Yeah.
Kills it non-momentously.
No momentous, and that is 1 VP to Steve Easton. So a total of 5.
Moral victory. He's now got his general move
And
of
back
7
to the shadows.
and back to the shadows of 4 of 11 inches. Getting back into a really nice position for the Masters
towards the Masters
to
start the buffing again.
Cinder has 11 health, so she's taken 2 points so far.
Who's that, sorry?
Cinder.
Cinder's taken 2 points of damage so far.
Yep.
So he's down to 11 health.
Corsair buying an attack.
What's Corsair's push on?
Corsair's push.
On 3.
Corsair's push is on 3. Oh, there we go. Big roll. 5 hits.
5 hits.
Taking the momentous knockdown. Just you know
Set
what's great?
that up.
Putting you on your ass and making this happen.
11 health. 2s and 1. Everything hits. Twos. They've clarified there is no charm mail.
Yep.
One damage and a momentous drag. Target. So Steve Easton there declaring that he cannot drag.
All right.
James is going, no, I'm just farming her for momentum.
Right. I'm going to take the momentous drag and do nothing with it. Thank you very much. I just want momentum, and I'm going to score this.
Slowly eke this out. Go first next turn. Thank you very much.
Yep. Leave me alone. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I want vengeance.
Momentous
2 in a push. So down to 8 health. For 2s. All hit again. So a wrap. So at least 1 damage.
Momentous 3 going on.
6. Yeah.
Got a wrap. Just
Ignored
completely ignoring it. Maybe just taking the tackle for funsies.
Yeah.
Can't actually do that, but
no.
Maybe he just took a momentous 2 and then the momentous 1 for a momentous 3.
Yeah.
Let's say that's what he did.
That's a clever way of doing it.
Well, it's a good way for him to have not broken the rules.
Yes. I agree. So James just racked up so much momentum. It's on +5.
So Steve's on 3 and...
Cinder's not taking.
James on 8 momentum there.
Wow.
So James is going to kill Cinder with Avarice and Greed.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised he didn't push her in, because Unpredictable's been triggered already.
Exactly.
And wedged in as well. It's like, well, remember
or Unpredictable's already triggered.
Yeah. But also just is in there.
Yep. Doesn't matter.
Now, annoyingly for James, you can't really farm her too well here. So
9 dice.
greed's attached.
Greed's attached with a
So
plus
7,
2.
up to 10, down to 9. 2s and 1.
Oh.
That's
5
all right.
health left on Cinder. Momentous 1 and a non-momentous double push. He's farming here.
Farming so
just
hard.
making sure
Yeah.
he gets every ounce of momentum out of it. Steve announcing that saying,
fantastic.
you've already
Sorry,
won momentum, don't worry about it. And James going, I don't want her dead.
don't think you understand.
I don't think you understand.
What's
If I
going to
kill her
happen
now,
here?
she comes back on with all those masters and starts to cause me issues. If I
I'm
kill her
going
at
to the start of the turn.
next turn, kill you, that's a turn and an activation I get. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'll do this on my terms.
Steve clearly knows that and is
Yeah.
just trying to bait it out. A
Yeah.
bit of a goad of a decision. The only issue with trying to do this,
Momentous 1 and a double push, leaving her on 2.
Yeah.
No one left to go. And call it there. And Jim's like, I'll just go first, shall I?
Yeah.
So, everything comes, the big piles of tokens come away from the players. Hag's having 3. Oh, can we see Hag kill Cinder? I would love to see Hag, Shadow Like in, kill Cinder.
oh, that would be beautiful. Pass the ball, Corsair goes and scores.
Yeah.
I think the other really nice thing that Steve's done here in terms of the positioning of the Masters, he's blocking line of sight really nicely to that
really,
goalpost.
really well. 5s with
Using that 50 mil base.
50 mil and a 40 mil right in front of it, just keeping
No
it.
chance. You want to score, you need 5s.
5s with -1.
I don't have goal defense, but I'm going to make it play like I do. Do we see Faris on a sally out? Just come riding out with the ball.
Yeah.
Just punt.
6 dice from Hag here. 2s and 1. I'm so happy.
This is Steve saying you haven't shadow liked. Trying to get him to move and make a mistake.
Yeah. No.
Oh, it's a Hag takeout.
2 damage. Hag gets a
taking
kill.
out Cinder.
Hag
That
gets
may
a
be
kill.
the first time that has ever occurred in any game ever.
What just happened? What just happened? Yes. Hag, the killer. It's physically impossible
What's that?
for Steve to make. From chat here, the Dojo Jake says, "I'm not even sure Easton can activate in minute intervals."
I mean, he's an old man.
Yeah.
Maybe not. It's the arthritis in the knuckles and the dice is not going to help him.
What's happening here?
So 2 plays 5, but James in a very commanding position, I think, here.
Super. He's got the ball. Hag gonna decoy, sprint 6, yes. So James now going, you know what? Standing. Making sure he's just in front of
a
his...
little bit awkward there. Chat noticing that Steve didn't actually manage to clock over to James for some of that activation.
Nope.
Using even more of Steve's time.
Yeah.
But brought it back down to 12 minutes delta.
Yeah?
That's a 20% improvement.
Yes, sure. And with all that, he's earned
I'm just trying to
5 VPs.
find something wrong with
The
this.
tentacles not come back on.
Tentacles has not come back on, so
Should be a 1 inf down. Classic Guild Ball.
little bit. I mean, Tentacles would have come back on, which just means sitting behind the goal doing nothing probably.
Yeah.
But again,
Well, it's one activation that James will go, oh,
seeing +2 speed being put on. I don't even know who at this point in time.
That's Alloy.
On Alloy.
Yeah.
Bolt obviously retreating from Sakana there and making sure he doesn't get in too much trouble. James just retreating. Going to see a lure on Bolt coming up here. Obviously not hiding behind a wall this time.
Yeah. Gets it. Fisherman 6. Works 4 inches forwards. So very slow and yet so very fast.
Oh, it's so deceptive, that card.
Yeah.
And now we see a Harpoon coming right up. We're seeing I think Hearth is going to come up, give Alloy a big stick, give him the ability to get +2 net hits.
Yep. +2 net hits, there it is.
And waste the last point there. Why he didn't put instruction? Oh, there's no other apprentices to make it worthwhile. But if they put it on Ferrite, that'd be a bit good.
Yeah, just a bit too much. Oops. Little bump there. So, 2 to try and drag. It's important. Add the bonus time in it.
He's only got 1 in.
Oh,
got it.
Gets it on the last spin of the dice there.
Bring him in directly, 2 inches away, engaged by Siren.
Oh dear.
You can have all the horseshoes in the world. I'm not going to save you from a giant Harpoon.
4s and 1. Gets the knockdown if he wants it. So James there making the mistake of running Hag just a little bit too far and putting the ball behind it, so he's not generating any momentum from these attacks. And Steve pointing that out to him.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt for the next turn because...
you can't do anything. You can't heal, you can't...
Yeah. Because all Alloy really needs to do this turn now is go in, dodge off of Corsair, do a point of damage on the way through. And if Steve plays this right, he'll be up so high on momentum, he'll win the next activation. And if you've got Alloy and Ferrite, essentially threatening both flanks, they can get to anything and slot that last goal.
Yeah.
So Ferrite going in, causing some issues for Siren here. Forced to hit here, attack 6.
And Steve take complete advantage of that misplay by James.
Yep. 2 hits, probably just going to put Momentous Disarm on at this point, because it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
Doesn't matter what's happening here. Time 20 minutes to 9 minutes.
He's clawing it back, and it's a couple of minutes every turn at the moment. Like, he's really, really picking up the pace.
He has to.
He's realised that he's in trouble.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see. James is actually in a bit of a commanding position here because he can dictate that he wants to see clean play.
Yeah.
And actually stop Steve from going and
just
reduce
moving
the impetus and the momentum.
Yeah.
Not trying to use in-game terms for this, but trying to sort this out. Alloy coming in, essentially going to set up for a takeout, I imagine.
Takeout, I think just get points on the board because you need as much done as possible before you start clocking. Oh. 3 hits because of the ability.
Of instruction. I imagine Dirty Knives comes down. Yep.
Dirty Knives to get that defense, so...
That's one damage. Now buying the counter-attack.
Yep.
Attack
1 because of the...
Yep, but he's got armor, so he can't hit.
Yeah.
Probably just take some momentous Dirty Knives again.
Yep.
Yep.
Buys the attack, doesn't hit, spends the Vengeance token, 4 net hits. Gets the
4
wrap.
hits, gets the wrap.
3 double dodge.
3 inches of dodge.
3 dodge.
Getting away.
Very nice.
He's going to spend 1 here for acrobatics. Still got a 2-inch melee, 3 inches of dodge. Will it...
So James there forgetting about the 2-inch melee on Alloy. So
yeah, it wasn't in base, but was within an inch, so it was fine.
Which way I think the confusion came from in that James thought, you're an inch away, you have a 1-inch melee, I've moved 3, you've moved, how have you got back in, sort of.
Yeah. So putting Dirty Knives, 1 damage and poison there on Sakana. Then using Back to the Shadows for a 4-inch dodge, which he's going to use to get around the back there.
Steve's getting frantic. You can feel
exactly.
feel the pressure.
You can just see how quickly and how forcefully he is hitting that clock there.
Yeah.
Steve on +3 here. 2 gets it. Steve is going to go first here.
Yep.
So 2 damage going down on Siren and on Corsair.
Yep.
Sorry, not Corsair. Sakana and Siren.
I'll wait till players indicate what they're on for them.
Yep. Tentacles really has to come back on now, or it's going to get a bit of an unfair advantage for Influence and no target.
Yeah.
Cinder, I think, is going to come on wide on the flank, try and hit that fast ground.
Has Greed been taken out? Oh, no, he's been picked up, of course.
Greed was never put down.
No.
Too risky.
Yep. Yeah, no. Far, far too risky. Both players getting kind of frantic now. James looking a little bit nervous.
I mean, I don't understand why James is looking nervous. He's a solid 10 minutes up on clock. Tentacles coming back on. Walking 4, going to go and basically put close control on that ball and make life really, really bad.
Really, so difficult. So things might start getting a little bit noisy in this room. We are breaking it down, the room we're in, for the keynote speech.
Oh, right.
Around us.
That's not going to be difficult to stream around at all.
At all. And we might have one more game.
We haven't actually seen if there's any results from the other game there.
Just refresh the long chunks.
So James now just marking off the poison damage.
No news from from table 2.
James just incorrectly marking off the poison damage on Corsair instead of Siren there.
So Henry is ahead. Oh, Henry won, so there will be a final round.
Okay. All right, no, just reapplying the poison damage there onto Siren and taking it off Corsair. The player's picking it up.
Good.
But I think we now see... I mean, Alloy's not really in a position to get to the ball.
No.
The unfortunate thing is Faris is not there to give him the +2/+2 move. Can't get the +2 on in terms of melee range.
If he needs to acrobatic to get there, then he's got to spend 2 for fear, and then things aren't good for him.
Bolt is a woman. This is, in fact, true and false. He is a male, so he's made it 1
male.
and made it...
That's hitting Siren.
Faris is a woman.
Well, healing 4. Clock's looking at 6 minutes to 19.
Another mistake there on the read of the dice. I mean, Steve just taking another momentum there from an attack from Bolt.
Didn't do anything.
He didn't actually have a hit.
And healed as well.
We're seeing some really high-pressure situations here on the last couple of games, and we're seeing some...
Even the best players in the country cracking under them.
Cracking under the pressure.
So that's Shadowlike, and then Talisman Tentacles to...
James is playing this incredibly smart.
He's going to get the tag along as well, if he remembers. Got to be careful about Cinder.
It's a 10-inch sprint with a 6-inch melee. Which is a great sentence.
Passing to Tentacles for 1. Ball ends up behind the line, so it doesn't generate momentum.
Oh, that's rough.
Oh, he's not made the kick yet. He's still deciding.
Yep, he's just remembering that he can't generate momentum if he does that.
Yeah. Gets it.
So James not able to generate the momentum from that pass and using the existing momentum that he's got. But now he can actually generate momentum with the rest of his team.
Yeah.
Useful ability.
Always good. So, a question from the stream. How does Steve get 7 points in 6 minutes?
He has to be more efficient and get...
Oh, this update from Table 2. Henry wins 12-0 versus Fraser.
Get good.
Wow. Henry smashing it.
Welcome to Chicago, Henry.
Yeah. So we see Ferrite going here. Momentous disarm on Siren. Three hits from Ferrite. Momentous disarm again.
Oh.
Knockdown and 1 damage to Siren.
Last attack from Faris here. Oh, another big roll.
Wow, 5 hits again.
4 damage. 4 damage in total. I think that's got to put Siren down on about 1 or 2 hit points.
Oh, must be. I think it looks like 2 from the card.
Yep. Disarm on there, poison on there.
James, he's got time. He can check these activations. Who's got to do what?
Yep. It's kind of going to come over and crowds out. You can walk a million miles.
Yeah. So walking is 8 inches round to there. Gonna punch.
7 minus 1, so 6.
6 dice on the counter assist.
4 because he's knocked down for the extra to be forced to hit. Does 1 damage. Siren going to 1 hit point.
Siren dead.
Big hit, 3 hits. Gonna take probably just dirty knives for the momentum to get 2 momentum from the result.
Dirty knives onto Corsair. Very nice. 1 damage ignored, but poison is applied and minus 1 defense.
Hitting again. Another 3 hits.
Kills Siren, so that is Stephen Easton up to 7 points.
Steve taking the non-momentous 1 damage there instead of the momentous dirty knives.
Yeah,
which I find interesting. I mean, it would be 2 for that.
Yeah, it's the exact same outcome, but I guess this is, again, clock pressure. He has, 3 minutes 40 left on his clock?
Yeah, to the 17 and a half minutes of James. I mean, that where he got it back down to 10 minutes is already back to 15.
Back to the shadows for 4. Going over to threaten that ball. He has to try and slot that goal in.
I mean, he's just killed Siren, so he's now on 7. So I think what we see now is Cinder has to go threaten the ball here as well.
Yep.
But of course, Tentacles has come back on with a measly 5 hit points.
Yeah.
And I think what we see is we actually just see Tentacles get wrecked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go to 8, and then Alloy trying to use Hag to essentially bounce off and score the goal.
Yeah, but it's just not... The fear makes it so difficult. Because you get that 1 chance at your tackle. Granted, he tackles on 2.
He tackles on 2, and...
It's like 4 effectively, because Tentacles might still be there.
No, you kill Tentacles first. Go in, cause the issues.
Yeah.
That's the only play Steve's got.
Yes, yeah, very true.
Right,
very true,
he's got no other option. No one else is going to make it there. Bolt might pull something off, but he's so far away from Faris that he's not going to be very efficient.
No.
Unless Steve just now goes hell for leather, right up the guts of the pitch, and puts himself in... And I think that's what he needs to do.
Yeah. And
we're going to see a couple of very quick activations here from Steve. A couple of long ones coming up here from James.
Momentous knockdown. Down to 3-1.
Thanks for coming, Bolt. It was nice knowing you.
Yeah. Now momentous 2 on Bolt.
Just making sure the damage is done.
Yeah. Non-momentous 2.
James just looking to delete players here. Make sure that things keep going.
Now momentous 2.
Doesn't need the momentous result here, just needs the damage.
6. So has 13. 3,
Penultimate,
6,
final
7.
1 here. Another
5 left. It's 2. So 3 health left.
3 left on Bolt.
Avarice and greed, avarice and greed.
Yep.
Could have probably been taking momentous results there, to be honest.
I mean, I think it was probably worth taking a couple there.
Yeah.
It's not going to matter too much. And Avarice and Greed are always going to come in and do everything.
But then I guess they can also just go and do this to Ferrite as well.
I mean, they could, but I mean, do you get the takeout there?
Yeah.
Maybe not. There's only 3 on Avarice and Greed.
Oh, yeah, but...
So Avarice with Greed attached.
No, you walk in, you drop me off. You punch Bolt, he dies, just in an instant. You then punch Ferrite, knock her down, do a bunch of damage, knock her down again.
What's better, the extra 2 tackle, the +1 damage?
+1 damage, knock down on every single result.
Definitely in this scenario, yeah. With the crowd outs all in place.
Yeah.
James asking, does anything in here have unpredictable? Not getting caught out by that again.
Dropping off the little lad. Into base contact.
Oh, he did have the 2 on the midget.
Oh,
did not see that.
Good.
Hidden off the pitch.
Hidden off pitch. Okay. Six, looking for 3s and 1. Oh, a wrap. Oh, no, that's just from the little lad.
That is the dream. That is the dream there from Greed. Just kill him.
Or you could just kill him.
I mean, singled out twice. No,
he meant to single out and kill him.
meant to single out and kill him.
2 points for James Long.
Going up to 4.
And then he still has 3.
Now he just buys another attack.
Oh, trapped that model in as well.
Avarice is then going to buy an attack. We're going to see a attack 5, 6, 7, essentially.
Yeah.
We're going to... Yep, so attacks...
Steve there clarifying, like saying you're better off leaving him out.
And he's correct.
And he's correct. And he's got the influence so he can pick him up at the end as well.
Attack 7 on a 3-2. Not going to go with Avarice. Going to go with Greed.
Oh,
risky play.
Risky
play with Alloy on the pitch.
Threes and 2.
3s 2.
Takes Momentous singled out.
From Greed onto Ferrite.
Go in for the takeout here.
So now we've got 9 dice from Avarice.
On a 3-2, who knocks down on every single result.
3s and 2.
3s and
on
2.
this roll. So 4 hits.
4 damage and a knockdown.
So 4 damage and a knockdown on Ferrite there. I mean, I don't think she's taken anything yet, so dropped it to 13. Might have taken something. I haven't really tracked this one, to be totally honest.
No, this one
we've been a bit lax. We apologise. 2s.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a... So much damage from this
there,
duo.
plus the ignition. I mean, it's 10 damage and 2 swings. Down to 5, apparently.
Down to 5.
So it must have taken 2 previously.
Yep.
Cinder's got to come up and do something now. Steve refusing to answer the opponent's question while he's mid-tank, which is reasonable.
Yeah.
Sitting with it. Spend 2, heal Ferrite. which puts Ferrite apparently on 11. So took 10, was untouched, took a total of 10 across all of those attacks.
Yeah.
Tentacles sprinting. Do we see a kick off the pitch here? Nope. Sitting wide. Cinder's now got to go for this.
Yeah. Don't quite understand that move myself.
No.
Who's got?
I mean, it stops.
Anyone coming back on?
What it does stop. I mean, Alloy's actually in snapshot range there.
Yeah.
So I think.
Ed managed to hear his loud. That's out.
So Steve sprinting, spending 1 to make the attack from outside of range because he's got a 6-inch threat. 1 to momentous dodge to dodge in.
Into range. Just out of base.
Yep.
James saying, put it on me. I just want to have a look at her playbook. Attack 5, 4s and 1. Not likely. Oh, if you do that, it is.
2 momentous damage, dropping tentacles down to 3 hit points.
Yeah.
So I think.
Time.
So I think Steve's up on momentum here. No, 5 to I think it's 7. 2 Corsana. That's a. It's like a weird Dragon Ball Z merge of Corsair and Sakana. Yeah. Harpoon for weak point.
What? What?
Corsana.
Oh, Corsana, right. Goes to the fisherman. They have the choice.
Yep.
It's tense. My legs are shaking. It's either
very
freezing.
Tense.
Or I'm
it's
really
a little
excited.
Bit of both. I'm really excited. This is super close. I mean, Steve, obviously a very good player, and for him to be under this much time pressure is really uncommon for him.
So uncommon. Usually it's the other way around. He's so aggressive on the clock normally.
Exactly. At 4-7, I mean...
Well, Ferrite goes down and it's 6-7.
Yeah, but I think what he needs to do is he needs to kick the ball off the pitch with tentacles. He's got nothing else he can do.
No.
If the ball stays there, Cinder basically is loaded up, can go for the... Tentacles is on 3.
Yep.
Just go for the kill. Essentially just go for the kill.
Yeah.
On Tentacles, go to 8, get the ball, kick it to Alloy, go.
Yeah,
take the dice on the snapshot. Like, don't even think about it, just do it.
Just do it.
And if Steve does anything else, I'll be a little bit surprised. Steve. So James, I'm curious to see what he does here as his first activation.
Yep.
Right, he's going to kill Ferrite, and I think this is probably a mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, Cinder has an 8-inch kick, so unless the ball scatters off the pitch, pretty much going to get it. The other thing that if the ball does scatter to an unfavorable position, just kills the ball, takes the goal kick onto Faris, and then goes through and gets it to Alloy anyway.
This is it's all frantic now. Both players scrambling for points on the.
James here. This is again like another interesting part of this style of play. James is actually getting nervous and getting time pressured off of Steve's time pressure. Yeah, he's responding to Steve's nervous.
They're both getting that nervous energy.
Yeah, but
I think I'm getting that nervous energy.
But James doesn't need to.
No.
He's in such a commanding position. He's got no requirement to do that.
So
Faris dying. James
scores another 2 points. But you should still go and engage him. Like James is asking for the engagement dodges and whatnot.
Engaging Alloy is the best thing to do here.
Yeah,
5 to get the target, loses a dice on the snapshot, means he's got to roll 2 4+.
Yep.
Not going to happen. No. I mean, Steve's still got to try it. It's his only out.
Oh yeah, it is out. Yeah, Tentacles declaring the counter. 3
Makes
hits.
Sense. 3 hits. Momentous 2 damage. 2. Attack 3. 3s and 1 for the
3s and 1. Gets
2
everything.
hits, takes a
Takes
dodge.
A dodge.
So Tentacle's currently on 1 hit point.
Pushing. Yeah.
This makes no difference because Cinder just uses her 6-inch. No, it doesn't even use her move. Uses her long-range shot to just now kill. Nah, mistake from Steve. You should take the shot here.
Take the shot, walk over.
And then walk over once it's scattered.
Or just maybe see if you can get it. Yeah.
Momentous. 1 damage at this point, doesn't matter.
1 damage.
Kills it, ball scatters. So we're going to see a kill of the ball here.
Yeah. One's direction, so go back towards
the Steve's goal post, 6 inches. We're going to see kill the ball here for 1.
Yep.
A goal kick out to Faris. I think is the right thing.
8 points
Goes
to
to 8, Steve Easton. No, he hasn't done anything. Steve, I feel like this is a huge mistake.
Oh, should have killed the ball.
I don't know what to say. This is like just a lack of familiarity with the guild. I mean, he could have done. He didn't need to move in there. He could have just taken the shot, killed it, then had the ball scatter, picked it up,
jog,
pass, doesn't like where it lands, then kill the ball. Like he had options there to really get the best result.
Yeah, but this is the the clock's not been restarted apparently, according to the stream.
Oh, obviously can't see what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't see. Fortunately, there James is
leaning over the clock there as well. It's kicking the ball to space. Does
six? Yeah, the clock is on.
It is on James.
Bringing everybody in the little.
The delta now down to like 5 minutes. Hag with the level of accuracy that's never been seen by Flint before. I mean, that's almost as good.
Yeah.
Faris, we're about to see some polo, people. We are about to see some polo.
This is in my melee zone. I can hit it.
Here we go.
Oh.
Here we go. I mean, the horse has only got a 6-inch kick, right? So I say the horse. The hammer.
The hammer, yeah. Steve, noticeably shaky.
Yep, he's trying to get it to bolt to get the extra long range to get quick time on it as well.
Yeah.
Quick foot him. Dropping the ball within an inch.
Sorry guys, our commentary has turned into just play-by-play because we are so engrossed in this.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's obviously very
Pass
quick
is
and what's
successful.
going on.
16 seconds left. Sprint,
and
pass.
quick foot as well. Steve hasn't put the token down, but he'll no doubt remember that quick foot is on bolt because.
So a little bit frantic from the players there.
Yeah,
Ed coming in just to pause and say, "What are you guys doing?"
All right, so I think now Bolt just comes in here. He's quick footed. He's got a 6-inch run. He's then got a sprint for 8, and then we see a shot on goal.
Yeah.
Steve measuring this out now.
Yeah. So he's gonna hit his time on this.
Yep.
But if he scores it, he wins.
Yep. He knows he's a 6 on the jog there.
But has to avoid these melee zones.
Yep. I mean, the tackle from Hag is pretty much not going to happen,
isn't it? Can you risk it?
Which is actually another 6 inches of walk because it's a free walk.
Yeah.
He's forgotten his quick. He's got his quick foot. He hasn't put the marker down.
Just gonna
passing it to Alloy, needing a 5.
Gets a 6.
It. And he stays there with the ball. So unfortunately, because he actually had that whole goal
and
run.
James gains a VP.
Yes. Unfortunately, Steve declaring the quick foot going down.
Yeah, I don't think he did in the end. I think he sprints pass.
Yeah, but he had 3 on, so the quick foot was there.
Quick foot's 2.
Had 3 on Faris, did he not?
3, sprint, pass. Quick foot cost 2, couldn't do it.
Ah, right, fair enough,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Huh. Good old Corsair.
Oh, rough seas coming off. That is brutal. You've got to think that's the game.
Yeah, that is.
Steve can see it as well.
Steve can see his reaction there to it.
Making an 8-inch kick to make sure this ball is dead.
Was that the legendary?
Yep, using the legendary to skip the extra distance.
Kick is successful. 3-1, which he rerolls.
I think Steve should just
Distance
concede
3,
here.
distance
There's no value. James just has to clock it over, not use any time, and the game's over.
Yeah.
There's no way Steve gets that ball. All of his apprentices on the wrong side of the pitch.
Hearth on the wrong side of Hearth too slow. That's James up to 8.
Yeah, that's both
hands
players
for both
done.
of them just shaking. Eight is the score. This is
still 4 and a bit minutes on the clock there for James.
Yeah.
But this is...
still got Alloy to activate, which will get him a VP. And Sakana there heals himself for 4. Accepts that Steve's going to go first.
Alloy is just going to start hitting Avarice now.
Yeah.
Acrobatic. Out. So I think he's now just going to try and get these takeouts in the couple of activations. 2 hits. He's going to go for the 1 damage here.
Surely. 1 damage.
So she came back on with, what
5.
was it, 5, now
so
on
down
4.
To 4.
Last attack, another 1, so with 3
health left. And that is a VP to James Long, so
going
he's
to
on
9.
James is up on momentum.
Ferrite Dead coming back on from there. Could actually reclaim the ball, get it through to Alloy, and we could see a bit of a clutch snapshot.
Yeah.
But with Ferrite being the captain, she hasn't used her legendary yet, which of course gives her +2/+2 move, which would make her a 9-inch sprint on this with acrobatic, with an 8-inch kick. Getting that range.
Could she just do it?
Yeah, she'd have to hit. Hit
someone.
Sakana on the way through, acrobatic out with the dodges on the playbook.
With the 1-inch melee and with the 1-inch melee, and what you need is that you really want that high push dodge. But Sakana's free poised counter attack, tackles on 2, anatomical 3-1 with tack 5.
You've got to do
bonus time it because
he's got a minute-long activation.
You have
it doesn't matter.
You have to. But it's not great. But
you can see Ferret's position
there.
He's not really going to get the range. I mean, he uses legendary, goes 9. He's not going to be able to get up into this space and be able to get the ball out.
Should have come on from that board edge.
Yeah. Yep.
Everyone says that they are on the edge of their seat. What a nail biter. Good game. Gloves are off. So good. Clutch. Everything just going mental.
All of the things. I mean, this is what you want to see.
What you want.
Right?
My legs are shaking.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on the edge of my seat, and I know that we've got a break for the keynote soon, and everyone is waiting to get in this room.
Yeah. we are holding everybody up right now, but this game is so good. Please don't hit our cameras, Steve. I know it's a tense moment.
Steve
but
not even using his legendary, just getting. It's just like, I've got a whole minute. I'm going to use it.
I'm going to use every single second I have.
2, then I'm going to kick the ball. It's going to go.
It's risky.
It's clutch, but it's a definite Alloy play.
It is
accurate.
Good. 3-3.
3-3.
Loves that one. Stops at the obstacle. Yeah. Back over.
So
VP for
another
James,
point goes
another
to 10.
Drop cover sprint from Sakana.
It's like a fire safety commercial.
Yeah. Drop cover sprint.
I mean, when stuff goes wrong, that's what you got to do.
Yeah. And then players pausing.
Alloy going for the
they-
kill on 3 health left here. Just going to basically go for this. 2 does 1 damage.
1 damage.
Another
down to
attack
2.
coming. Nothing.
Just
Oh,
nothing.
this is a bit rough.
Alloy can have
Yep.
1
Another
damage.
1 damage.
1
Last
health left.
attack. 1
Needs
health
to hit
left.
it. Gets it.
Goes to 10
Goes
himself.
to 10 himself. And then
Steve-
James Long goes to 11.
There's no takeout that Steve can
There's
get.
no takeout there.
Trying to figure out what.
James.
One activation, Steve. Yeah, he should have rerolled.
Yeah, should have re-rolled that kick.
That's it.
But that is it. Steve there
That
saying
is
that is
it.
it. It is 12-10 to James Long. And Steve there saying to James, I would feel confident in this game if I knew exactly what I was doing.
Yeah, and I mean, when you look at that, I mean,
Yeah.
if Steve was able to execute those first 2 turns inside the 10 minutes that he normally would execute 2 turns,
different game.
different game.
Entirely different
He'd
game.
be up like another 10 minutes on clock,
Yeah.
and James would still be on 5.
James hasn't earned these,
7
5
victory points
No, not 7.
on clock.
He got a takeout. 5.
Sure,
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's
A
5.
number, it was pretty high.
Oh,
Really great game. Really great game.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I didn't even do anything.
Yep. Which means we've got one more round, and it's got to be
Yeah.
after the keynote because
Yeah,
it's
so
coming up to 6:30 now.
It's either keynote. Right, so right now it's keynote or bust. We need to get ourselves ready for the
Ready for
keynote. Final will either be tonight or tomorrow. I would probably expect it to be on tomorrow at this rate.
Okay.
Keynote's set for 8 o'clock, due to run till 10.
Right. We're
I think
probably not going to
finals
reset
tomorrow.
this up.
So, guys, join us tomorrow for the final game. And if it is
Farmers
different,
and Fish.
we'll be announcing it during the keynote probably.
Yeah. But yeah, Farmers
And yeah,
and Fish,
Farmers v
right?
Fish. What an interesting matchup.
Really great matchup.
have
Well,
no
it'll be
idea.
interesting. Like
Yeah.
Thresher and Shark. I really like
a-
the Fish into Farmers.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
really interesting game.
Well, that lack of armor just gives them whatever
Free
they want.
reign.
Yeah.
Free reign to do whatever they need. So that's going to be really interesting to watch as well.
Yeah. Well, Henry K versus James Long. Henry K already victorious.
Can he go 2-2?
Can he go 2-2? We'll find out tomorrow. See you all then.
See you then.